Good morning, children, and welcome back. Today, we are going to continue the chapter, The United Nations. But before beginning, I would like you to know what are the things that we are going to do today. First, we will do a short recap of our last class in which we dealt with how the UN was formed, what was the purpose of the UN, and what were the main aims or principles of the UN. But before beginning, children, kindly go to page number 104 of your SST book so that you can comprehend and you can understand better. See, children, in simple words, if I would like to recapitulate our last class, I would like you to answer simple questions to yourself. Suppose if you are fighting with your brother or sister, then who is the one coming and solving your problem? Your mother, your father, or any elderly person of your house. Same role is being played by the UN, the United Nations. The United Nations is here acting as that member of your family who is solving the problems which are taking place in your house or in your family or between your siblings and you. Okay? This UN was formed after the Second World War when people they did not understand the meaning of peace after the First World War, and henceforth it gave a chance for the Second World War. The First World War took place in 1914 August, but even after not understanding the drastic effects of the First World War, the Second World War took place in the year 1939. These points in the last class also I told you, children. Kindly underline these dates, these years, cause these are very important. These are historical dates which play a major role in your social studies. Then this Second World War, it became more severe after the dropping of the atomic bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And children, I would like you to recall again these two cities or these two places of Japan. These names you have heard earlier also, and the effect was so drastic that even after generations, the children were born with deformities. Then, when the Second World War did not stop or this peace was again hampered, this United Nations was formed with few set of principles. Now, what were the principles, children? That all are equal whether developed or undeveloped. See, children, this is the recap, and now we are discussing the aim and principles of the UN. All are equal whether developed or underdeveloped. Whether any country is developed or underdeveloped, that is not the lookout of the UN. The UN has to treat everyone equally, and even the other countries have to treat that country equally. Next, we have to, this countries who are the member of the UN, these 51 countries, they need to obey the UN Charter. I told you, children, what is the UN Charter? The UN Charter is a set of rules which are to be followed by the members of the United Nations. Now, settle the difference by peaceful means. Like suppose, if you are having a fight with your classmate, do you simply go and complain to the teacher? You will come to me? No. First, you will settle it among yourself. If the matter is getting worse or it's getting out of your hand, then you approach your teacher or me, isn't it? Next, the UN will not interfere in the domestic affairs of any country. The UN, it gives a free hand to the country that you do whatever you want to do. But you should remember that the peace of the world should not be hampered is the only main motto of the UN. Now, This was all about the last class. Okay. Today we are going to discuss few terms, rather few important points about the UN, and that is organs of the UN. Okay. Like in last class I told you children, what are the organs of the UN children? The General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, the Trusteeship Council, the International Court of Justice, the Secretariat. Let's begin, children. The organs of the UN. The UN functions through 6 organs and several specialized bodies. The UN headquarters is in New York City, and its 3 regional headquarters are in Geneva, Vienna and Nairobi. Underline these headquarters, children. These are the 3 regional headquarters. The organs of the UN are General Assembly, Security Council, Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council, International Court of Justice and the Secretariat. The first organ, that is the General Assembly. The General Assembly is the main organ. This is the main organ of the UN, which is very important, and the main or important decisions are taken by this General Assembly or in this General Assembly. It is an assembly of representatives of the UN member states, means all the member states are present in this assembly. The General Assembly session is held annually from September to December. Underline this line, children. The General Assembly session, when is the session held? From September to December. It discusses and deliberates on the various concerns. The discussions are followed by voting. Each country has 1 vote. Decision is made by the majority mandate. However, these decisions are not binding. The General Assembly also elects non-permanent member countries of the Security Council and the ECOSOC by the system of voting. See children, these decisions are done, as you can understand, this is very simple. Whatever is the decision, the majority, if it's the voting is done by the majority, then that will be taken as a decision, or that thing will be the final verdict. These decisions are not binding because there are few permanent members of the UN which have the veto power, and this veto power gives them the power to object the majority. Clear children? It also elects non-permanent member countries of the Security Council and ECOSOC by the system of voting. This system of voting also gives them the opportunity to also elect the non-permanent members. Then in the UN, children, there are few countries which are not permanent members of the UN. And because of this General Assembly, or you can say that this General Assembly can also elect them. In the next class, children, we will discuss the Security Council. Till then, you can go through these points, the principles and the recap which we did of the last class, and the General Assembly. And if you have any doubt, kindly ping me children. Till then, have a great day ahead. Thank you.